Hey guys, it's Hannah, and today I am doing a pretty exciting video today. And before I get started, I just wanted to apologize for not making enough videos. A lot of stuff has been going on. I am literally about to finish my first year of college and I am so excited. And plus, I'm doing summer classes to catch up on certain electives that I am trying to earn for the degree that I am studying for. Have any questions about that, comment. But this video is basically going through every single book that I have read. Not the books that I bought, not books in the future. This is books that I have read. What I'll do is I'll tell you what they are and give a short opinion on what they are. If there is a book that you want me to read, please let me know down in the comments below, because this summer it is going to be reading heavy. There's going to be a lot of book videos. But if you're interested in seeing movie reviews, ukulele songs, whatever you want, this is Hannah Does Everything. I do pretty much everything on this channel. So without further ado, let's get started on every single book that I have read. Alright, so the first book that we're going to be talking about is Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hodge. I got this book over at Books A Million, and this is actually the first book that I have read completely in a long time. And this is a story that is pretty much like Beauty and the Beast. You know, you've got this pretty lady, you know, who is forced to move in with this demon, and they end up falling in love. And I have not read this book in a very long time. I really want to reread it. But the first time that I read it, I fell in love with it. I just love the whole concept of Beauty and the Beast, but ties into a more sadistic demon. I can't even remember if he was a vampire or a demon or something like that, but that's pretty much what it is. I gave this book 4 stars. It's a great read. If you really want to get into something that has to do with fairy tales, this is a good book right here. I absolutely love retellings of fairy tales. This is a great book. So yeah, Cruel Beauty. Alright, the next book we're going to be talking about is A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. It is the first book in the Song of Ice and Fire series, and it's also based on the Game of Thrones TV show. So of course, if you guys have followed me for a very long time, I'm a big fan of Game of Thrones, and that's pretty much how I got introduced to the book series. And I read through this book. It took a little while for me to finish it, but I read through the book and I gave it 5 stars. It's an excellent book. It is currently my second favorite book right now in the series, because I haven't read all of the books up until this point, until the next book comes out. But right now, this is my second favorite in the series. It follows the first season super well. So yeah, A Game of Thrones. Alright, next up we have is A Clash of Kings, the second book in the Song of Ice and Fire series. I also gave this book 5 stars. It is just like the second season of the show. It is so good and so much fun to read. I just absolutely love it. I don't really know what else to say about this book, but it's just so good. Right now it is my 3rd favorite in the series. So yeah, Clash of Kings. Alright, next up is A Storm of Swords, the 3rd book in the series and my current favorite in the series. This book, it's a big book. It will take a while for you to get through it, but it is an excellent, fantastic, amazing book. I love this book so much. It was fantastic. I love reading it. I absolutely love this series. It's so awesome. I can't wait to read through the rest of the book series, but definitely check this book out if you haven't, and plus all the other books in the series. It's fantastic. I love A Song of Ice and Fire so much. So yeah, A Storm of Swords. Alright, next up is Carrie by Stephen King, the very first book that he ever published. Not the first book that he read, this is the first book that he published. I actually read this book in about 48 hours. It really is a page turner, but I love this book. And if I remember from the review, I gave it 4 stars, or maybe 4.5. I can't really remember. It's not my favorite book, but it's a good book. I really enjoyed it. And I think I enjoyed it about the same length as I really enjoyed the movie, but this is a really good book. If you want to start off with Stephen King, this would be a good book to start with. It's very short. I think you'll get through it pretty quickly. So yeah, Carrie. Alright, next up is Pet Sematary by Stephen King. And I enjoyed this book. It's not my favorite, just like Carrie, but this is a really, really good book. I enjoyed reading it. I kind of slowed down a little bit, but I was able to pick it back up and finish it. And I think I really liked the movie a little bit more than the book because I thought maybe the book would be better, but yeah, I know there's going to be people in the comments that are really upset with how I feel about this book. Good book. It's a classic Stephen King book. I'll have to read it again and maybe form a second opinion, but right now it's a good book. That's all I can really say. So yeah, Pet Sematary. Next up, we have Flowers in the Attic by V.C. Andrews. I actually put this book in here because I kind of read it. I know what the story is about. I have kind of read through the synopsis, plus I've seen the movie, plus the Lifetime remake, so I know pretty much what goes on in this book, but I love this book. And I forgot to mention that it's part of the Dollenganger series. And I will warn you that this book does contain incest, so if you're not into that, I definitely don't recommend this book. But I loved it. I loved the movie. I have not read the rest of the series. This is the only book that I have read so far, so I'm really excited to read the rest of the series and see what I think of it, and then, of course, I'll make a video ranking all of the books in the series. But yeah, great book, Flowers in the Attic. And there you have it, you guys. That is every single book that I have read, and I promise there will be more. And again, if you have a book that you want to recommend to me, please comment down below and let me know. Subscribe, enjoy the channel and everything that I do on this channel, and I will see you guys next time.